The wildfires in California have been devastating. Many have lost their homes, their cars, their jobs, their important paperwork, their pictures of their kids. Some people have lost their pets. Some people have lost their businesses. Some people have lost their jobs because where they worked might have burnt as well. So today I did some research of how living on the East Coast of the United States, how I can help people in California. And I'm going to share some of that information with you today. So if you don't live around California and you want to help, I've got a few sites that you can go to and you can inspect and see if you would like to donate to any of the causes that's going on there. There are really some wonderful nonprofit businesses that are helping the citizens of California in need right now. And if you join them, you can help as well. So here we go. I might look at my papers every now and then because it's kind of extensive. So let's get into it. So researching, I decided, I wanted to find out what's going on. And being a nurse, I saw some videos of elderly people from a nursing home being pushed down the street in wheelchairs, and also in the Jerry chairs, which is a big padded chair. Some of them have trays on it to keep the patients in. With elderly people, sometimes they want to get up, and it's easy for them to do a puzzle or something with that tray on it. So all these people are going down the road. The staff are pushing them to get them out of the area because they had to evacuate. I don't know if their transportation didn't get there to move them to a hospital or what, but it was devastating. And I am sure that if you are having to evacuate immediately, you don't have time to make plans. So I'm kind of sure this is what was going on with these poor people. It was terrible for the staff, I'm sure. So I decided to find out what areas these elderly people were going to, and I found a few sites. So the California Department of Social Services have a link on their website that goes to California Fire Emergencies. I put in Department of Social Service, Southern California, and it brought the site up. I'm going to have some links in my description. You can go there and look for those links in there. If the link isn't clickable, then just highlight it and put it in your browser and search for it that way. Or you can look at it and just search by Department of Social Services, Southern California, and it'll come up. So on this site, if you go towards the middle part of the site, you'll see the emergency services link. It also has an evacuation list. That evacuation list has a graph of many of the nursing homes that had to be evacuated to different facilities in that link. It'll give the name of the nursing home, what time they were evacuated, and where they were evacuated to. So if you're looking for a loved one, that would be a good way to find out. I know that there's plenty of people that have loved ones, elderly family and nursing homes that don't live in that state, or they live in the state next to them. They might live in the upper part of the state and they can't get down there to find out what's going on. There's also a Department of the Council on Aging. They have some resources. There's also another area you can go to online. It's called leadingagecalifornia.org. So leading, Leading, agecalifornia.com. There's a lot of resources there for emergency services and where some of the elderly are going or how you can help the elderly out. I started off with elderly because I'm a nurse and I love older people. I love everybody, but older people just touch my heart, and that's where I started. So next is people like us, regular people that aren't in nursing homes. Say, you're given 5 minutes. You're hearing outside the police are on the horns. You have to evacuate now. Evacuate now. You're seeing little things come up on your phone. Evacuate now. And your mind just starts racing. You're middle of cooking. Your husband just gets out of the shower. You're all running around trying to find clothes, pack up the dogs, pack up the dog food, grab your kids, get your kids' clothes. And then you're thinking, oh my God, I got to get all of my papers that I need to go with us, birth certificates, all different kinds of documents. You know what? A lot of times you don't have time to do all that. I've never been in that situation. I can imagine being in that situation and these things going through my mind. And if you have been in that situation, I'd love to hear how you dealt with it. Did you get everything? What happened? I would love to hear that. I wouldn't love to hear it because of the situation, but how did you deal with it? That's what I want to know. It just seems so overwhelming, and I'm sure it was for all those people that had to leave. There are a few stories that I saw of a man walking with his dog because he had to leave. He had the dog in the car. He didn't have a leash. And that's when they made all those cars pull over so that, because they couldn't get through and told the people they had to go by foot to get wherever. So they're carrying their clothes in one arm, their dog in the other. And can you imagine carrying a cat? Can you imagine carrying a cat? They're going to be trying to claw you and everything. A lot of times they're going to get away. The dogs are going to get away. So you're trying to get through and your cat gets down on the ground and he runs off. So here you are, your cat's gone, your house, everything is array. So next, we got to take care of us. So where do you go? The American Red Cross partners with shelters. They are a good resource for finding places to stay. They also will give you financial help. They help with clothing. They help with food and water. They help with medical services and triage. And they do offer some sort of mental health. Because at this point of time, people are going to need something to help them deal. Not medication-wise, but counseling. So they do find counseling for people who are displaced and living in such places as a homeless shelter. The American Red Cross is a great place. There are several places you could go for that. www.redcross.org. Also, you can text CA Wildfires to 90999. That will bring up a thing where you can help also either by donations or dropping food off and stuff like that. Also, you can call 1-800-RED-CROSS or it's 1-800-733-2767. So you could call the Red Cross. I looked up Red Cross Southern California. I went there. There's a place to click on wildfires emergency. You click on there and then it gives you information as how you can help. The Red Cross is a wonderful, wonderful thing, and we'll mention that a little bit later for another reason. I would hope that you can get to where you need to be with the Red Cross. All right. The citizens are in homeless shelters, and they're just going day by day. They're trying to find out if they still, did they get their home insurance paperwork? Did their home insurance cut them like many have? They're worried, is my house going to be paid for? Am I going to get money for the house I just lost? So there's so many things that they have to work on. And then they have to think, where am I going to stay? So they're going to have to get support from families. And, there's some people that don't have families. So there's so many different things that can be done through FEMA. And don't laugh. FEMA did a crappy job in North Carolina. I'm right next to North Carolina. Where all that happened is 4 hours from me. And I feel like FEMA did a terrible job there. If it wasn't for the surrounding states and communities, North Carolina would have been worse off than they were. But I'm sure after FEMA treated North Carolina like they did, they better step up for California. So FEMA, go to FEMA.org, and file for assistance if you're in California. They also have stations everywhere down there where you can file paperwork to get help as well. The American Red Cross can help you with that as well, and I would file with them for assistance too. Get it from wherever you can get because right now you need it. Also in LA, there's an organization called Baby to Baby. That's BABY, number two, and then baby.org. It is located in Los Angeles. They help with baby items, diapers, formula, food, hygiene products. They also help in hospitals. They give new moms a big packet of stuff when their baby is born. They're a wonderful organization, nonprofit that helps in times of disaster. So they give all this stuff, the diapers and stuff like that. After reading about them, I'm like, it was just an epiphany of how wonderful this site is for new mothers and fathers, especially for these people who are evacuating and living in shelters. They help out with all this stuff, the diapers and the formula and food and such, hygiene. You need baby wipes. And I found out, it's been so long since I've had kids, I found out that diapers is the fourth high expense a couple pays after rent, food, and utilities. Diapers is number four, the most high expense, and some families spend $1,000 or more a year on one baby. If you have twins or more than one baby in a diaper, they're going to need help. Babytobaby.org is a wonderful place to go to. I am donating to them because I truly feel like this is something that's going to help everybody in the shelters. Baby to Baby is an organization that I have chosen to help through, and I think it's a wonderful company and organization that's going to help these families out. Let's see. So that's food, water, and shelter. Oh, the most important thing I wanted to talk about today. So there's another program that helps with food, and that is World Central Kitchens. It's WCK.org. A chef, Jose Andres, and I hope I said his name right, organized this non-for-profit company or organization that goes around during disasters helping people in need. He has been all over the world in different disasters in Gaza, Ukraine, North Carolina, so many places. He goes and other chefs join him, and people who work in the food industry, they help him set up temporary kitchens, whether in tents or buildings. They work with neighborhoods. So they help feed the community in need. They help feed the firefighters, the police, EMS. They pack up bags and give it to the firefighters to take to the other firefighters who are on the line so that they can have a break and eat something. A wonderful organization. And President Biden awarded Jose with the Presidential Medal of Freedom. I think it was on January 4th. It was recent in January for all of his humanitarian work around the world. A reporter was in the Pacific Palisades and he was showing the devastation, and he saw Jose Andres and Jennifer Gardner on the side looking at this house and the gate where one of her best friends owned the house. So they interviewed him, and he said he was wonderful to listen to. I've got that in the description too. Just click on it and watch it. It's really cool. There's also a video of his story below that. So watch that too. But he said the time is now. America needs to come together and help now. Food and water is now. We need it now. And that's what he's doing. So he's setting up all these mini kitchens around the areas to feed the community and the shelters and all these people working to put the fire out. Wonderful, wonderful company. And that's another one that I'm donating to. It's the worldcentralkitchen.org. Go there. It's great. Now that we've talked, one other thing. The Los Angeles Food Bank is taking in donations for food, water. I am unsure if they're taking anything that's perishable. They could be, but for non-perishables and water and stuff like that, you can go to Los Angeles Regional Food Bank, and it's probably a .org also. I have a link in the description. Vogue magazine did a big article on places that can help, and there's a link on for that on there. There's also the baby to baby link there. Some really cool stuff on Vogue magazine link that I'm adding. That will also help you to see where else you can spend your money if you'd like to help with the donations. Okay, another thing that will help the firefighters is the California Fire Foundation.org. It's an organization for the firefighters. They help the firefighters and their needs while they're on the front lines. They also organize volunteer firefighters that come in and want to try to help. And that way firefighters get breaks, they get food. Hopefully some of them get days off, but I am sure a lot of them don't want a day off. They live there, they want this fire out, and that's what they're doing. So the Los Angeles Fire Foundation, I didn't get that website. I saw it later after I did this. But if you just look up Los Angeles or California Fire Foundation, you can go to their links and see what they have to, what you can offer there. Now that we got the elderly, the people, and the babies out of the way, let's go to pets and animals. As I was explaining in the beginning, a lot of people are losing their pets. Dogs and cats are running off. There's lizards. There's probably, God only knows what else. Hamsters. You just never know. People are taking these animals to the shelter. The Pasadena, California Humane Society is like one of the main hubs along with the Sacramento SPCA. It's a good place to look up and go to as far as donations go for cat food, dog food, and other needs. Water, I'm sure they need gallons of water. I don't know how the water system is there, so even water might be something that will help them, or people to walk dogs. If you live in that area, it's great. If you live where I am across the nation, you can donate there. And I'm donating to the SPCA down there because they've had, and in Pasadena, at least 350 plus dogs and cats that they have taken in. Many have been burned and injured. Many have to be treated. And I've got a video in the description also that shows some of the dogs and cats that they've taken in. They take pictures of them. They post them on their site in case the owner has lost them and is trying to find them. They're treating them, and then they're trying to find foster homes to home these lovely pets until the owners can find them. I think it's just wonderful, the love and caring that the SPCA is showing to California to help these animals. They're already overloaded before all this with the strays. It's a good time to go adopt a pet. If you live near and can adopt a pet, I don't know how they do if you live further away. It's a good thing to try to adopt some of the pets that are already in there. And I've seen some of the pictures. I don't even know why these pets are in there. They're just beautiful and well-behaved, the write-ups about them. So if you could do that, that'd be wonderful. If you can adopt an injured pet until the owners come forward, or if you can help with walking dogs and stuff like that, that would be a wonderful help if you live in that area. So the Sacramento, California SPCA, I'll have the link for them, in the Pasadena, California Humane Society, I'll have a link in there for that one too. Also, there were large animals got out of fences. Some horses were trapped. Firefighters freed them. They went up into the mountains. Horse owner, she has 40 horses, and some of her horses got loose. She was at the Los Angeles Equestrian Center. The Los Angeles Equestrian Center. It is the LAEC.com. The LAEC.com. It's in the description. You can go there. This place is procuring all of the large animals and trying to get them into foster homes and sending them to neighboring equestrian facilities, horses, cattle, sheep, alpacas. I saw it because of a story of this woman's horse that got away, and he ran up into the mountains and he got singed almost all over his body. A person found him, got a hold of him, called the equestrian center. They called someone they knew that had a horse trailer. He went and got him and brought him back to the center. And that's where she did find her horse. So the equestrian centers are helping out on finding these horses and large animals that have gotten away, and they're finding foster homes and places to house them. If you live in a state nearby, it'd be good to, if you have a place on your ranch to help with any animals that might need help, it would be good to contact them, and they can get you in touch with somebody that might be in need to take a horse for a while. It's wonderful that the communities are all coming together to help each other. Neighbors who never really talked to each other as much before are coming together to help each other. It's amazing just looking at the stories. It's also depressing. It's depressing to watch all of this. But the good stories are what makes it so important. Lastly, there's one important thing that we can do as well, and that's give blood. Blood donations are really important when there's a disaster, especially with burn injuries. So if you live in that area, it'd be great if you can talk to the Red Cross. I also have another blood bank called Houchin, Houchin Blood Bank, and they are located in Bakersfield. It's HouchinBloodBank.org. You can go there and you can schedule to give blood at one of the 3 places in Bakersfield. The American Red Cross is also going to have places that you could go to donate blood. One person donating blood can save 3 lives. Plasma is generally used for burn patients. It's real important that we get blood into the blood bank so that these burn victims can get a blood donation if they need it. And not only burns, but bad car accidents, bad injuries that cause cuts to the body where people might have lost a lot of blood. Blood donations are going to help with healing people. Blood donations are always needed in a disaster. You can call first to see if they need any, but just in case, that'd be a good idea. Do you know that if you donate plasma, you can get paid for it? Some blood banks also offer free incentives like t-shirts, or they'll give you a card to go buy dinner and stuff like that. So it's really something good. You're helping people out, and you might get a t-shirt to remember that you helped these people in need. Also, O negative is a universal blood type. So if you're O negative, it would be really great if you can donate blood as well. And I bet you, oh no, there went my big light. So now I'm going to have light on my glasses. So anyways, these fires are, the smaller fires are more contained now. But the Palisades is still going strong. It's working into other areas. People are evacuating other areas. So just keep your eyes open and your ears listening to evacuations. And God bless you. I hope you stay safe. Please, everyone across the United States, help California. Donate. Donate to Baby. Donate to the Red Cross. Donate to the World Central Kitchen. These organizations help these people in need. So if you can donate, please donate. Please hit the like on my video and share so that other people can find out how they can help as well. I haven't seen a lot of videos about this. I'm just seeing about all the devastation. So let's open our arms and hug California and just try to help them. God bless. Hope everybody stays safe. See you on the next video.